we played Alabama in the Orange Bowl. I threw for 340 yards in the Orange Bowl. We were down 14 points in the fourth quarter against Alabama in the Orange Bowl. We came back and won in overtime. Man, I'm going to be a second-round pick. And, round 1, 2, and here we go. 6th round, pick 199. And I was like, all right, I'm going to make all those other teams pay. But what did I learn, What did I learn? Like I said, I wasn't the prodigy. I learned about work ethic. I learned about resilience. I learned about gaining the trust and the respect of my teammates and coaches to name me captain. I learned about how to dig deep within myself, a long way from home without a ton of support for the position I was in, to still try to find a way to succeed in this situation that I really wanted to be in because it was the best for me anyway. And here I go. I get picked by the New England Patriots in the 6th round, 199. And I always joke, when they called me, they said, Tom, hey, Tom, this is, Bill Belichick. We're, picked you in the 6th round. Like, we'll see you Monday. Like, get ready to go. So to the Patriots, and there are 3 quarterbacks ahead of me. Sound familiar? So I was number 4. And Bill Belichick kept me as the 4th quarterback in my first year. Now, like there was just cuts the other day, they keep 2 quarterbacks most of the time on an NFL roster now. Bill Belichick saw something in me through watching me work a little bit and, watching my love for the game. All right, this kid's probably not ready to play, but, I like him. He's kind of tough and, he doesn't look that athletic, but, he throws the ball pretty well and he seems to really enjoy the game. So I'm going to keep him on the roster. And, that's where my pro journey began. So that was a long answer to your question. But I think if I look at that journey from where I was as a kid to where I was as a 22-year-old, I had my parents that were in my life to support me every step of the way. I had my junior varsity football coaches that were there every step of the way. I had my throwing coach and mentor, Tom Martinez, there every step of the way. I went to Michigan. I had Coach Carr challenge me to say, those who stay will be champions. So I stayed. Greg Harden found a way into my life who said, don't worry about all these things that are out of your control. Focus on what you can do. Focus on the 2 reps you got. I had all my teammates that supported me. I had my sisters that supported me. It takes so many people to get to where we get in our life. Yeah, I was there doing some of the work, but I couldn't have done it if I didn't have them. So when I stand up there, even sitting here today in front of you, I'm just a story like everybody else. It's all just a narrative. You have people in your life that are there to support you, hopefully, that are going to encourage you and challenge you every step of the way, because there's no straight line for anybody. There's not a straight line for me in this path. Kids may sit here and your kids may say, God, Tom Brady, God, he was able to win. I heard you name some great, records that I was very fortunate to be able to have over a 23-year career. All I think about is my parents. I think about my kids. I think about my family. I think about Greg. I think about my best friend and body coach, Alex. I think of the people that I work with every day. So for me, I just am a representation of all these people that have come into my life. And I felt very motivated to, I always said we play for the name on the front of our jersey was the Patriots or the Bucks, and I played for the name on the back of the jersey, which was my family and the people that encouraged me. So that was a great first, 22 years of my career in my life. And I got to the Patriots, and you talked about that one moment where I said, wow, I can really do this. So think about it. I had been in all this competition at Michigan. I had Brian Griese ahead of me lead us to a national championship. I had one of the top recruits in the country, Drew Henson, and I was staring those guys down every day. Here I come to the Patriots, and I get drafted, and I'm 4th on the depth chart. And I finally see Drew Bledsoe throw the ball for the first time. And in my very naive, competitive way, because he signed a 10-year, $100 million contract with the New England Patriots when I was making $185,000, I looked at him and I go, I could throw the ball better than that. Which I was the only one on the field who saw that, and I wasn't, but I had a belief that I could. If I worked the same way, and if I gained the trust and respect of my teammates in the same way, that if I ever did get that position, and I told this to my best friend, who was one of my roommates in college, I said, if they ever put me on the field, they're never going to take me off the field. And they never did.
Let me ask you, when's the last time, September 1st, you weren't preparing for a season? I mean, it's got to be,
32 years.
32 years, right? So here's the question. Why are you so loose? I've never seen you this loose.
Yeah.
Why are you so comfortable? Like I've watched a lot of your interviews. I've watched a lot of times where you're being talked to. You are like in a very comfortable, loose place. Why is this happening right now? It's kind of weird watching you. Do you guys understand what I'm saying or no?
For sure.
You are so just like in a very good place. What's going on with you?
Well, I think it's a lot of it's probably maturity. I think, look, when maybe you guys have seen me, on television and talking in front of, look, in the NFL, you're not up there to like narrate the story for the journalists. You're like, it's not a battle per se, but you're there to keep your strategy from anyone else. So I'm not up there to get into a lot of deep strategy because I feel like I was giving away things to the competition a lot.